the best, which is Nara. And that's why I'm here.
So I would say that the team right now is actually my dream team because it's a team that I created. Naturally, we will try to aim a spot for the regular season next season. However, like every team, our goal is to win MPL. That's the reason why we joined. In terms for like me and Kolaya, we have experience of winning before in tournaments, so I think we can actually inspire our team to win. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Shouldn't be an issue. This is the dream team. Words of confidence by Fenrir himself.
And I think he could probably back, with his history, he can back up those words, man.
I mean, second runner-up, MPL, Indonesia. Hey, I would want that on my CV. It's like, alright, 23. But you know what? Let's see what their opponent team needs to tell Bosskurr Gaming's interview.
Previous season we had some difficulties and plenty of errors when we tried strategies in the game and we ended up 4th place. So realistically, we just want to enjoy, have fun, and who knows, we'll get champion this season. It's not that we don't plan to win. If we think too much about winning, it will like jeopardize our mental and a lot more. So we just go there, enjoy, have fun, play, and hope for the best.
Saya rasa antara tim Malaysia dengan Singapura, saya rasa yang lebih hebat Singapura lah sebab dorang adep laju, lepas tu dorang rajin main, lepas tu dorang memang cepat adep lah, itulah punca dorang kuat.
Saya rasa season ni GFM mungkin boleh champion sebab dorang ada Jet, sebab dia punya strategi dia 4-4-8-4 tu unik sangat sampai orang pun tak tahu macam nak counter, so saya rasa itulah dia punya serangan hendap dia. Memang betul Singapura dorang punya adapt laju sebab dorang memang commit 100%. Tapi macam Malaysian team ni, diorang selalu review game. So daripada situ diorang tahu macam mana nak lawan daripada certain team ni. So kat situ ada macam GFM ni, diorang ada diorang punya analisis apa semua. So benda tu yang diorang akan dapat info macam nak lawan dengan team Singapura nanti. So walaupun team Singapura ni kuat, tapi analisis dari GFM tu akan assist GFM untuk counter diorang.
Advantage and disadvantage on being a full-time gamer. There's a yes and there's a no. A yes is you can commit full-time, analyzing, playing and train more. The no is the players could get lazy. Back in the days, like when we work and play, it's like playing is a hobby. We play for fun. So right now, when we go full-time, we think it as a work. And that's why we get very stressed.
Bagi saya season ni team yang paling kuat GFM. Dia punya strategi dia memang bagus lah.
The most weakest team in this season is Team Bosskurr because we are always enjoy.
A veteran squad and a veteran lineup here, having plenty of fun, but will it be enough to take this game away from Nara eSports?
Fortunately, fun doesn't give you points sometimes.
No, it does not. But I really want to see Bosskurr Gaming. It's not like they haven't been able to like show that they can perform.
Yeah,
yesterday, they were looking pretty good. I mean, once Fredo isn't on that tank role, he is able to make impacts around the map, maybe call some more shots. Hopefully that makes a difference. But against Nara eSports, I'm kind of liking how Nara eSports are playing.
Well, let's look at the featured player, and let's look at the one that we're going to see should be Fenrir here, and he was popping off yesterday.
Yeah, and look at that item build in itself. I mean, you would expect him to say, oh, I want that sweet concentrated energy. No, I don't want that concentrated energy. I want to have plenty of cooldowns, plenty of stats all across the board to make sure that I stick alive a lot longer than I should be.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that he has Anti-Cuirass as well as the Winter Truncheon. Just staying alive for so long. Immortality as well. A lot of damage. Sorry, a lot of defense coming in. But Solos, same thing. Gushing different build.
Yeah, and this one is heavily bursty early game. Play
Wait.
aggressive.
Big game. Is it play aggressive as well?
No.
Engage your team fight. Okay, fine.
Oh, engage in team fights with such a build like this. Interesting. But I mean, both of the two different players, top of their game, but two different styles, two different items. Just really gives you a different flavor.
I mean, that's why ML is such a, beautiful game. Different adaptations, different understandings, and it's all about how these players, look at the game.
Yeah.
This time it's going to be a different one because Nara eSports from Singapore, Bosskurr Gaming from Malaysia, two different countries means two different metas.
Yeah, and I really want to see how this game pans out here because we were talking about Nara eSports. Where do they stand amongst the rest? And I think against a benchmark like Bosskurr Gaming, which is the Malaysian standard.
If they 2-0 Bosskurr.
Ooh, that's going to be a big statement.
Yeah, but on the other hand, right? Bosskurr 2-0 Nara, that's expected.
Yeah, well, it should be expected.
Yeah, but things that you expect sometimes just don't work out, as we learned in the previous. But we are gonna go into draft. Nara eSports on the blue side and Bosskurr Gaming on the red side.
I really wonder what Bosskurr Gaming have in store for this upcoming ban phase, because previously a lot of teams were like, oh, let's just ban out a lot of what Fenrir is really good at, make sure he doesn't get anything, but he's still able to pop off regardless. There's such a huge mage pool that really banning them out isn't worth your time.
Do you think they're gonna ban tanks or they're gonna ban out the mages?
My guess is they're gonna ban out tanks. Yeah.
They have to ban out Grok. Kolev's Grok was insane.
Yeah, you just cannot let this man get it at all, like 100%. But however, second ban phase, I'm expecting Bosskurr Gaming to be forced to ban out Harith, Nara eSports. They don't have to let it go.
Ban Kaya?
Ban Kaya. Ooh, they do want to pick it up for themselves, but I would suggest banning Kaya.
Selena still open as well. Cho, Hellcurt, a lot of things. You can see on the bottom of the screen, all the most bans. This is up to date throughout the league so far. And that's the Hellcurt, so they do not want that in the hands of solos. I think you have to ban out the Harith, right?
Yeah, have to. You don't want to give it over to Nara eSports here. You know that Fenrir is going to dominate with it. So unless they have a plan in place to actually deal with it, I don't think it's a good idea.
But Bosskurr really thinking about this.
Can we really deal with the Harith? The patches have really affected him, guys.
Well, no. Well, that's the answer there, and that statistics are gonna go up. And like we said, Selena, lock in Kaya, Akai if I was drafting for them.
Yeah, Kaya and Akai will be a really, really good pick here.
They might go for Claude.
Agreed, but I do think it's so frustrating to deal with Nara eSports, especially when the first pick, Selena, you don't know whether they're going to go for that high-risk, high-reward composition, or they're just going to put her into that support role or the major mage role. It's so frustrating to deal
that
with.
triple hyper carry role,
oh,
or
I
just
hate
a normal
that.
mage, or even just a support Selena that we've seen so much. That's the Kaya. Show me the Akai. Show me the Akai. Bam. 100%.
100%. Let's see what Nara eSports have to say. They probably have to lock in their tank. Do they want to get their offlaner first?
I would say that they would pick out maybe the Leomod here. Leomod? They could pick out the Claude if they're really that eager to just take it away, because they really want to punish Bosskurr for picking double tags, right? The way to pick double tags is just pick all your carries at one go.
That's also true.
That's
I mean,
the
there's the Claude.
They can go for Leomod still.
Yeah, I think Leomod would be a really good pick here, especially considering that they want to go into these team fights anyway. So it's better to have... Oh. So talking about picking all your carries first.
The Nara way to play the game. That's going to be an XM off lane. Selena, Fenrir going to pick up that Kimmy. And Eric, well, he's shown that he can play marksman. So this is a fairly easy ban phase. Bosskurr, you need to pick up some damage, something to go to the backline. Aldios.
Aldios? You think that's not a little slow though?
I think we'll see Aldios, but not in this pick. Damos is good.
Yeah. Damos is real
we
good.
might still see Aldios. Solos is known for it.
True. But I mean, it's gonna be tough.
Harley? What? I disagree with that, but fine. Minotaur. Minotaur or Diggy?
I don't think Diggy. Oh wait, no, sorry. As in
Bans.
Yeah, I would say Diggy more than anything else. Actually, no.
Minotaur, because it sets it up so much better, right?
Minotaur sets it up a little bit better, and I think Nara eSports will be able to play. If they do go for Diggy, it really shortens the timer so much more. Minotaur. Now Nara. Oh, Bosskurr Gaming.
Kagura. It's a bit slow.
Is still on the table.
Solos is really known for his Gushin as well, right?
Harley.
but then Rush isn't playing. Obviously, you know, they all can play all this hero.
That's true.
I think Harley's a good shout.
I think Harley is a little bit more effective here because if he does get the leak, he will be able to punish the side lanes a lot harder. In comparison to having Kagura, it's like, okay, now we can only team fight.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I like the Harley pick a little bit more. They might go for
Kagura, so it looks like they want to team fight.
Your team is picking.
100%.
Work with me!
Wait. Okay, this is like a cheat because I know it's gonna be 2 tanks. It could be a support Selena still though.
Agreed.
Okay, Cho and Lolita. Could be. That's the Cho.
What are you trying to block out though?
Hylos. Yeah, they picked Hylos a few times yesterday.
I think Hylos is much better.
Sorry.
Hylos is much better. I said Hylos is much better.
Hylos.
Stop it.
So I think, you know, it's okay. Go back. No, okay, fine. Not as bad as the Hilda.
I think you kind of. I felt like even if you lock in the Hilda, it's just like, oh well. I think you've just given up on the game at that point. Harley, no, they wouldn't. Would they?
They need early game. They need something to fight early game. If not, they're just gonna get rolled over by this Kiwi Selena right now. They need something that can punish them.
I would agree, but it's tough. It really is tough. What can you look to punish? I mean, if you're not looking to team fight and you want to protect yourself in the early game, you're looking to trade in these smaller skirmishes. So you need something that can skirmish. Lancelot is the answer.
Yeah, solos did play the Lancelot. So it should be a Fredo Kagura. Oh, maybe Panjahat as well. Yeah, it's going to be Fredo Kagura. It's going to be Panjahat playing that Tamus. Quickly, what do you think?
I think Bosskurr Gaming have a really solid lineup here. I think Nara eSports are playing a very thin line, super dangerous.
AoEs galore. Looks like it's going to be an interesting play. But let's see what both teams have to say to each other about this matchup.
Walaupun nama korang Nara, kita orang bukan pada neraka.
Bosco, I will show you who's the real boss.
Alright.
Okay.
Bosskurr Gaming. Bosskurr Gaming for me.
Both had short and simple. Fenrir looked like he couldn't be bothered by it. He's like, okay, Bosskurr, I'll show you who's the boss. Gotta be like, exception. Bosskurr, I'll show you who's the real boss.
I mean, if you've got to have that tone,
yeah,
you've got a bit of swagger to it.
The presentation, the delivery.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna go into game right now. This is Nara eSports versus Bosskurr Gaming, Game 1. This is gonna be an exciting matchup.
Very standard battle spells, double retribution on the side of Bosskurr. So gonna expect a little bit better jungle control by Panjahat. Gonna get tagged. Wait a second, Panjahat is that. Oh well, straight away. Pause.
Got a pice, my friend.
Pice,
my friend.
Hey, pice. Is it like a mix of peace and pause?
I think it's just you're typing pause so fast.
It's like, hey, pice. You know, like peace, right? Like peace, pice.
Really?
It should be in-game pies, guys. Sorry for the typo down there. In-game pies. That U looks like an eye. Right? It looks a little bit like an eye.
A little bit. But still, I think the matchup hasn't really turned out just yet. Hopefully, you know, again, I don't want to keep bringing up this joke, but it happened so many times in Bosskurr Gaming in the previous season.
As well.
Yep.
Oh,
so
no!
it's kind of ironic that they didn't pay their bills this time round.
It's okay. There's a lot of apps out there that actually allows you to pay your bills.
Oh my goodness.
It's being a good citizen, dude.
Being a good citizen. Oh man. Yo, bringing in government here already. But honestly speaking, I think let's
I'm sorry.
let's talk about the lineup.
Wait. Internet is pretty important to play Mobile Legends, okay?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a necessity.
It's a necessity.
I would say data is part of it as well. There are other options of
Wi-Fi,
Cafe
Wi-Fi, Cafe Wi-Fi.
I don't know. Maybe their 1 hour ran up at Starbucks.
It's 3 hours. Thank you very much.
Oh, change it up a little, huh? Looks like they have settled their problems. We're gonna go back into game here, but talking about lineups already, I'm really liking Bosskurr Gaming a lot more than Nara eSports. Oh, no good.
Flicker. And XM, he wants
He wants. Nah, he doesn't have the abyssal arrow. Well, I guess he can't pick it up.
He was like, yes! Oh, wait, I'm
Wait,
number
no,
one.
I've got this, boys. Nah.
This is smart from Bosskurr. They say, you know what? We saw your games yesterday. We know that you want to steal our buff. We're just gonna take it away.
Yeah, really smart. I think this is what they should have done in the Resurgence game, where you are invading us, no problem. We'll just send the rest of the team into your jungle. You can't really do anything, and it's this war of attrition they have to keep playing time and time again.
Looks like should be no contestant coming in, and is as equal as ABC. I don't think that's how the saying goes.
Yeah.
Suddenly when it went through my mouth, I was like, wait a second. But yeah, he's as equal as... Oh my god, what's equal?
What's equal?
It's as even as Stevens is. I'm gonna go with that.
You were trying to put too many proverbs into one, too many sayings into one, man.
Alright. But basically, it's 50-50.
It really is.
Meanwhile, top lane though, solos might get ganked out.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna go for the dive just yet, especially on solos out of all people who could easily look to outplay. But the response is coming a little slower from Bosskurr Gaming.
No, but XM, obviously he's an easier target to dive out. He's a Selena, doesn't have that mobility. He's already trapped under that turret. But Logan hasn't pushed that lane. No, the Roshan's coming in. XM, playing with fire.
What?
Gonna die.
Nah, he greeted out there. He really greeted out.
He could have walked away.
Yeah, easily. He could have walked away with the initial stun, but they're going to be trading the turrets here. But Turtle seems to be more important for both of these teams. I think they're going to use Claw to finish it off.
Oh no, but Bossa is level 4. Look at the members here. And here, out of the sky, coming in. Gonna land on the 3 members. Unbreakable as well. Fenrir just free hitting it out. A good outlet from Gripex will just block out Fenrir. Fredo, look at his umbrella placement. The fight is sort of all over the place, but looks like they're just gonna disengage here.
I think Gripex definitely messed up a little bit. He should have been protecting.
Logan.
Oh no.
Maximum charge flicker, auto attack dead, and now Kolia wants to chase. The aggressive play comes in.
I definitely think Gripex there should be looking to protect the rest of the team, and more importantly, knock away the troll before he gets the second part of the Way of the Dragon, or at least deny him the space to even get the Way of the Dragon to begin with. So I do think it's kind of on the tanks in that particular situation. However, Nara eSports very happy to get a pick off for themselves. They're looking to capitalize on this even more. Ooh.
And Punjahat saying, let it whip, watch me whip, and Fredo is like, yeah. Thanks.
Yeah, okay. Alright, no problem. I think that you just have to give it up there. Kolia getting caught up, really unfortunate, but 2 turrets going down to the favor of Nara eSports. They are very happy with the straight off.
Oh, but here comes Gripex. Great ultimate Hurricane that's gonna just decimate XM. No chance whatsoever, but they are losing the map play here, Gideon.
I mean, so far, it's still pretty even. It's like 1k off, and they did get River Crab, which will accelerate them. It's not gonna hinder them too much. However, I do think Bosskurr Gaming need to get rid of certain turrets, especially the mid-tier 1, so they can open the map a little bit more for them to transverse into the enemy jungle.
Oh, let's see. They're just gonna back out. At least now it's 600 gold, so they're keeping things even, not really snowballing out of control just yet. And both teams, they arguably have equally great scaling, so it's not the end of the world for both teams.
Agreed, but I do think Nara eSports, given when they want to set themselves up to really get those big items and look for those big fights, is probably towards the later part of the mid game, probably around the 8-minute mark is where they are looking to constantly fight all the time. But because XM really can't do much when he's stuck to the bottom side of the map, and Bosskurr Gaming continue to oppress him time and time again.
Solos needs to be careful. He does use that ultimate there to go away. Gripex couldn't find a good flicker into XM, but they're focusing on the wrong targets. They dare the claw. They're trying to go out to Selena. Selena does have the flicker. He will be able to walk away now, but Forza fancying his chances. Kolia is coming from the flank side. Good 2-man Chikundo out of the garden. Catches onto Fredo. The rest of the cavalry has arrived, and Fenrir coming in, letting it rip. Getting the damage down. Fredo says goodbye. No amount of umbrella is gonna block you for those paintballs. And he goes down, but at least they only lose 1.
But I mean, they also lost mid-tier 1 as well.
Oh no, this turtle as well.
Now, this is going to snowball out of control at this point. Nara eSports looking to capitalize on this, but hopefully Bosskurr Gaming can actually steal the turtle away. No, they don't even get close. They give it up.
Close, not even trying. And they just back out. Nara is happy as they.
I mean, they've got all the outer turrets already, and that's now they can easily walk into the jungle and contest their buffs. They can't do anything. They don't have that security of the turret.
Oh look, he's so afraid. He's so afraid. Kolia just charged the Unbreakable. Solos had to back out.
Yeah, again, they have to push them out of the jungle first before going into the lanes, and that's going to put Bosskurr Gaming at an awkward position because they can't control the tempo if they have to keep pushing them out of the jungle, go back into lanes, push them out of the jungle, and rinse, repeat.
But so far, they're stopping the bleeding.
Uh-huh.
They're stopping the bleeding. It's not the end of the world. Only 1,000 gold. We're saying that it's already a 5k goal lead. It's okay. The late game is still relatively even. And, you know, this Kimi, he's not going to do as much damage as Kagura in the later stages. Yeah. You know, with his ultimate and whatnot. So, Bosskurr Gaming still in with a shout, but definitely Nara is setting the tempo here.
Yeah, let's look at the item list real quick, just before they get into any quick fights.
Oh,
Looks
wow.
like,
Power Spike's already on the Nara, but no one's completing items yet on the side of Bosskurr.
Yeah, not just yet. I don't think the quad has enough items to really start popping off, especially since they're bursty type heroes like XMXM on the Selena as well as Fenrir. They don't exactly have their big ticket items just yet. Very close to that Blade of Despair. Once he gets it, he will start chunking members out.
Okay. So looks like both teams are just signed the peace treaty. It was like, alright, you know what? We have our fun. Let's farm. And that's the Blade of Despair. Fenrir is going to hit like a truck now.
Yeah, and I think now is a good time. It's coming close to that 8-minute mark, and that's when Nara is really going to come online unless Bosskurr Gaming punish them in some sort of team fight or at least get some objectives on the map to push ahead in terms of that gold.
Oh, Solos is getting so punished in this game every single time. They're going on the top side, making sure Solos can't farm. 0-0 and 0. He's not died yet, but he's not getting any farm, and he's going to cause him to delay his itemization.
Let's quickly look at the items. I'm pretty sure it shows the amount of gold as well. Yep, he's not getting too much. Actually, he's the highest. Wow. He's doing okay for himself. He's pretty happy. He's like, I'm fine, I can get everything.
Oh, but they do lose the turtle, but Logan is in that bottom side with the down was pushing him out. So, like I said, they're behind, but they're stopping the bleeding.
Yes, they are. And I think Nara eSports coming close to that 8-minute mark will look to go for a big fight somewhere and soon, because that's when they really are at their strongest. They've got the items as well, and they will hit it first in comparison to Bosskurr Gaming. So I think it's looking pretty good for the upcoming team fight for Nara, but Overlord, I don't think it will happen.
Going to be, they want to try and go for flank, but you could see Fredo is already in the vicinity, and now Chow is the one that's in trouble. After the garden comes in, good flicker from Punjahar. They're trying to run away, and they just need to disengage. A good there, but the maximum ties him out, and Gripax is in a lot of trouble. Chikondo finishes him off. Fenrir was the one with the credit, and this Kimi is starting to pop off.
What is that damage though?
That's Fenrir, dude.
Woo! Chunks him out. Oh no, Logan's also in trouble. XMXM!
We saw this in the early game. It was the teaser for this exact situation.
Hold up. There's more. Solos
wants to...
He's kind of low though. Does he really want to take this fight?
He wants to redeem... Oh! The stun! But here comes the Phantom Execution. They are gonna run away. The Soul Eater rips him off, and they will kill off Lancelot. And Nara eSports slowly getting a firm grasp of this game.
Oh my goodness. XMXM must be so happy with us. I was like, oh, wow. Thanks.
I was like, wait a second. Oh, easy game. Thanks for the kill.
Okay, thanks. Bye. I'm going to take everything away from you. And now, again, exactly when I called it, the 8-minute mark, they took the fights that they needed to take. And I mean, Bosskurr Gaming kind of let go a lot of these free kills, which really accelerated their game plan. And now Nara eSports in full control, going to take care of Lord at the 9-minute mark. Woo! Nara eSports are looking really good right now.
Yeah, they're looking basically as comfortable as can go. Kolia is always lonesome at the top side. He doesn't care because he knows he's so confident in his team and his rotations. That's the understanding that he brings, right? We talked about it in the beginning of the season. What kind of impact can Kolia bring?
I mean, his aggression, I mean, the calls in their team fights are very coordinated. You can already see Eric already immediately pouncing on opportunities when he sees Kolia going for the engage. He probably is preemptively doing it as well, thanks to the calls. But now Lord is up. They want to keep control of this. They're going to start it already.
Is this too risky, though?
Nah, it's not too risky. They're so far ahead.
Yeah, I mean, Lord is down to, I think, 50% health. Because with the double marksman composition, they can just burn it out. Gripax still coming in. Fenrir going to disengage from it. Bosskurr none the wiser about this. They're trying to reach it up. They're so far away. They need to back out. I think it's already down. Yeah, they lost Lord already. And now Fredo comes in. Here comes the other Guardian. Bob Kolia gonna cut Bosskurr into half. But it looks like they didn't get any targets that they wanted, so they're just gonna back out.
Well, I mean, Kolya was in position to lock people down. I think the team called it off very, very soon. They want to benefit. They want to play the objective game, and I think they are going for a textbook play instead of trying to push their lead. Because if that fight turns out bad, they just waste another. They just give 3 minutes over to Bosskurr Gaming, which they don't even want to give them an opportunity. So don't take the fight. Don't take the 50-50. Don't bother losing members. We can take them on once we play the map better.
Man, one thing I want to highlight is I've been so impressed by XM.
Oh yeah.
Right? This guy, I know it's been said before, but he has been in this scene for a really long time. But he's really showing up in these matches, even yesterday and today. On this Selena, he has been controlling all on his lonesome and just feeling such a big impact. But going back to the main fight here. Nara eSports coming to the top side.
Lord is going to come crashing into that turret there. They need to slow this down, but they don't have enough items to completely clear the wave. Ooh, big damage.
But it doesn't matter because now they got what they wanted, dude.
Yeah, now they're rotating. They don't have the mid-wave pushing, so they can't go for more, but at least they've already broken one inhibitor turret, which just means I don't have to worry about that lane. It's always going to push. That's going to be fine with me. I will now look to clear out the jungle, wait for the next Lord, and just try and break in siege.
Well, talk about aggression. Forza did flicker in, but now Bosskurr saying that, hey, there's no more flicker onto Cho. Could be a go, but they say no.
Nope. Are you writing this down? Are you writing your rhythm game?
Wait, I got a joke that I just thought of. I'm just gonna bring it out.
Okay.
Do you know what's Kimmy's favorite band?
What?
Wait, show Kimmy, if we can. It's My Chemical Romance.
I'm the co-founder of Radio.
Because he used chemicals.
Yup, with the skin as well.
Yep, My Chemical Romance, right there. Hopefully, I don't get sued or anything.
Copyright claims coming straight for you, boy. But they're gonna continue pushing on. They're just gonna keep carrying on as much as possible. Oh, even if they're broken and defeated, they're just gonna keep carrying on, my friend.
They're just gonna wait for the next Lord. Now, this is the things that amateur teams kind of make mistakes of, right? They are not aggressive enough to end the games. But, maybe with Nara, with two just seasoned veterans, they won't force this. They won't make this mistake.
Yeah, they definitely won't try and make this mistake. Again, they pushed out all the lanes. It's already crashing in. They are looking to make sure they get some damage into those inhibitor turrets, but again, they cannot spread out too far, and they're just waiting for Lord time and time again. It's kind of frustrating for Nara eSports because they don't have any real way of going for these huge dives considering their team composition, and they are 10k goal lead ahead, but not so far ahead to the point where they can just dive and not care about anybody, because they do have big ultimates from the side of Bosskurr Gaming, such as Punjahad with the Divine Judgment. That can lock somebody completely out of the game. Gripex can look for a play. They can't give them an opportunity to get those big turnarounds.
Yeah, but the thing is that this kind of shows me the glimpses of a comeback. Team with a big lead doesn't want to force the issue when they have that right to. Letting the enemy team just farm, get those items, wait for the next Lord. The Lord gets stolen, and the team fight, the comeback comes from that way.
Again, yeah. What? Kolya's out of there, and now they've got another 17 more seconds until Lord comes up. They need to set this up, and Bosskurr Gaming are looking to try and take that fight. That's the one fight they need to get, and they need to win. They need to be able to get that Lord if they want to buy another 3 minutes to really stand a chance in this game.
Oh, I mean, Bosskurr is happy about this, right? They're like, yeah, just give me time for the farm, but Solos might get caught out. He was he's lonesome. He does have the puncture, Thorn Rose as well. Will be able to walk away, but Eric X is basically soloing this Lord. Yeah, they have to keep pressuring them, and I think it's a good time for Bosskurr Gaming to force a fight right now. They just have to, but they can't. Nara eSports playing the map so well, splitting them up left, right, and center. This is going over, straight over to Nara for sure. No contestant whatsoever. I think their marksmen are going big ticket items. Winter Truncheon onto both their mages. Immortality on the Forza and fleeting time on this to Kolya as well. That means he's going to have his ultimate so quickly on cooldown. But now, looks like Bosskurr, they should have done this 20 seconds ago. Yeah. They should have done this much earlier, but look at what Nara eSports are doing. They're not pushing out the mid turret just yet. They're kind of waiting for Lord to spawn first before they do anything drastic. So they're just buying their time. They can push out one more wave, it's fine. And now they have 3 waves simultaneously pushing.
They're going to push out that mid, make sure it's together with that Lord, and they've got one solid push to completely end this game. This is going to be a very, very big finale coming in for Nara eSports.
But I want to highlight is that the team fight from Bosskurr is really, really strong.
Yeah.
Like Kagura, Young Overton, Thorn Rose from solos. You have that potential, the AoE there. So it's not out of the woods yet for Nara eSports.
I mean, they have Bosskurr Gaming have a very good chance of taking this away, but again, it depends on how effectively they use their ultimates.
Oh, let's see, they're just going to escort Lord for now. Here comes the Unbreakable, Kolea leading in charge, leading his team. Bosskurr just driving up. Out top the gun comes in, but he's gonna whip completely. And now, Gripex does go down. He does have immortality though. Where's the Yin Yang Overton? He's holding out Gripex 1,000 powers away. That's the second inhibitor down. And the Lord coming into the base. The Crystal as well. Eric just dancing in the back like with the blazing duet. Doing so much damage. Cleaning things up. Bosskurr dropping one after the other. Gripex using the Hurricane Dance just to get into safety. Solos get so low out. A triple kill. And the Out of the Guardian for a celebratory victory. And hey ho, Nara didn't choke.
Yep, and Nara takes the first game off of Bosskurr Gaming. Can Bosskurr come back from this?
Wow. I'm okay with this score, but I didn't expect them to play in that way.
Nara or Bosskurr?
Bosskurr. Let's look at the stats first, right? To kind of understand what happened here. And 12 for 15 minutes. For the lack of a better word, this was a storm.
I mean, yeah, and you can tell by the gold leads entirely that they just were starved out here. I think Bosskurr Gaming were looking for any way to farm into this game. I mean, Solo's doing the best in terms of gold income, but just not enough to take away this game. I think him trying to make an impact was really struggling to control because Selena was doing a very good job.
Let's look at the side waves. Stats really quickly because I want to see. And yeah, that was the issue. Logan was the only one that was doing any structural damage. That was what I was figuring out. They did. Initially, they got, I think it was 5-4, right, the kill score. So it was looking fine, but they didn't pressure turrets, they didn't pressure objectives.
I think that's where Nara kind of edged it out there. And again, the whole time, Nara was focusing on these objective sort of gameplay. They didn't want to take a lot of these fights. They didn't even want to give an opportunity for Bosskurr Gaming to have a fight to even stand a chance to get back into this game.
I like this team more and more every week, Nara eSports. They have that tendency of like, okay, this is a team that has the veterans. They have the young bloods inside of RX. They have the amateurs that's been playing around for so long. Finally, they get a big break, and they're showing up. Let's look at the highlights of this game really quickly. And I mean, start off okay for Bosskurr though.
Yeah, it really they were holding on their own very well, but they never had the opportunity to catch out Nara eSports. And I think that's what they were trying to do for the longest time. Nara just played the map so well. The way that they path was effective. And so well done because it puts Bosskurr in a position where if you move to the left, I move to the right easily. I always have the space to actually get around your members, and that's what happens when you lose these outer turrets.
Yeah, and the thing is that the one kind of criticism that I have for Nara is that they took it too long. Right? They were playing too safe, and against teams that knows how to come back from this, it could be a bit more of an issue, but Bosskurr just didn't have any bite in them.
Well, I also think that to a certain extent, Nara was very prepared. They knew exactly what they wanted to do, how they wanted to play the game, and were super confident in that last Lord fight. It's like, oh, we got Lord. We know we are going to win this. Like, there's no way.
Game 1 done and dusted. Looks like Singapore started to bite back. Bosskurr couldn't continue the momentum from their brethren. But let's see whether this best of 3 will turn on its head as we will go on a short break. But when we come back, we have Game 2 of Nara eSports SG going up against Bosskurr Gaming. This is MPL Season 3 MYSG. We are live on Facebook Gaming, and of course, we're brought to you by EG Network as well as Moonton. And not forgetting our legendary sponsors, U-Mobile, and our our elite sponsors, HyperX. Gotta mix it up a little.
Keep you on your toes.
Keep you on my toes. Too many words and too little time. My name is Matthew. His name is D Fatal 5. We see you in 3.